Hello everyone, this is Cristian Weise. I'm a spiritual coach and author, and today I wanted to talk to you about balance. Let me start with a quote from Ramana Maharshi, who asked, of what use is it to acquire accomplishments if you have no peace? I think this prism goes straight at our modern society where we're all goal oriented. We set our goals, we work hard only to find that when we reach them, it's replaced with yet another goal and we never get off that treadmill. Yet, on the other hand, it's also true that many of us are not quite as enlightened as Ramana Maharshi, who was one of the giants in the spiritual community. Many of us still have that longing, that inner fire, and we say, unless I have that accomplishment, I cannot have any peace, and we need to respect that. So, how to deal with that apparent contradiction? And my answer to you is give the emperor what is his, in this case, our authentic longings that we do need to respect, and give God what is hers, in this case, the synchronicity, the oneness, the glimpses of grace that many of us already can see for ourselves. And it's possible to integrate those two worlds. Let me give you an example from my own work life. So I was in the financial industry for a couple of decades, not a very spiritual industry, you might argue, very competitive. Yet my awakening happens there, and I was in charge of putting a group perspective together. We had many analysts covering the globe, many nationalities. We had the introverts and the extroverts. We had a fairly equal balance between men and women. It was a very diverse group, and somehow magic happened when I experimented with my spiritual laws, and it was very simple. I just said to myself, what happens if I take my own self out of the picture and just open up to the group without having any personal agenda? And it turned out that magic happened. People started trusting me. In the last moment, the naysayer would come around and would join the rest of the group, emphasizing a particular perspective, and we had a terrific track record. So I learned that it's possible to live a spiritual life anywhere. But on the other hand, it only worked because I also realized that I had my own work to do. I had the role to play as an individual analyst, communicating my idea. And there I had to be quite forceful. I had to become more assertive. There was some inner work I had to do, and actually still have. I had to become louder. And it turns out that also there, the universe cooperated with my work. Whenever I put my foot down, it was almost as if the opponent took a step back and encouraged me to make my case. So from that moment on, I realized balance is really available every day as long as you follow the mandate, give the emperor what is his, the authentic needs, and give God what is hers, the spiritual laws that you are able to manifest and are able to experience. It's possible to integrate those two worlds. There's a beautiful expression coming from Japan, ikigai, which translates into avocation, calling. You may have seen the charts of those four overlapping circles when we live our passion, when we discover our purpose, when we express our talents, but also find a way to monetize what we are good at. That is the ikigai moment of balance. And it's not only for work, it's everywhere. We have the right to live a harmonious family life. We have the right for beautiful partnerships. We have the right to be surrounded by good friends. That's all something that we can work towards if we feel that something is missing. Yet, the balance has to be here, right now. The observation, those are the spiritual laws. This is the work I have to do for myself. and then we completely detach ourselves from any expectations for the future, any treadmill that we might be on. Everything happens here and now. Balance is possible. I proved that to myself in the financial industry. I'm proving it again here as the author and the spiritual coach. It's always today's today. What do I need to manifest? And what grace am I blessed with and can just enjoy writing? So if you are interested in this, I wrote a book about life-work balance and the spiritual laws. It's called The Way of the Meister. I will um, send you the link. I thank you very much for listening in, and I look forward to our next talk.